Welcome to RGL 4021 Tribute and Threads, and we have a 25% filler to run. It's going to fill up our remaining 6 spots in the break here. Fillers. Chris B, Eric T, Dan Lee for 2, Avery K for 2, Andrew A, Floyd S, Greg G for 2, MJ, Brandon S, Josh L, Pete T, Chad C, Justin M, James T, Gary L, Brandon A, and Crazy Money for 5. That's going to be 24 via top 6 are going to make it on in. Tougher scene, TNA World Champ squash in 3 minutes or WWE Champion losing to someone who hasn't been beaten anyone in 7 years? TNA Champ losing in 3 minutes. That was the ultimate culmination of them just totally shitting on TNA throughout this partnership. Your top 6 are going to be, we've got Greg G, Chris B, James T, David G for 2, and Floyd S making it on in on the fillers. It's like WWE gets whatever they want from TNA, gets the Hardys, gets whoever they want, and TNA gets Cora Jade, Tatum Paxley, and like Fraxium.
They got Moose too. Moose and Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah, they got Moose. Yeah, but I mean, Hendry memed himself to a Mania match. Yeah. But, like, he's their world champ. You can't have him lose in 3 minutes. That just shows that all of TNA is, like, inferior to WWE. In my opinion. Alright, your combos in this one are the Guardians and the White Sox, the Rockies and the Blue Jays, the Astros and the Marlins, and the Twins and non-MLB. Julian on top with our gold spot, down to Floyd. Let's go 9 times. 9 times on the names, 9 times on the teams. You should just did, like, Jeff Hardy. Or Matt Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
That would have made more sense. You could have beat one of them. 6, 7, 8, and there's 9 clearance up top. All the way down to Julian L on the bottom. He emoted and it backfired. Yeah. Diamondbacks on top, Nationals on bottom. I don't like the idea of their champion losing in 3 minutes. Even if it is exposure for their champion, I just don't like it. It just shows that TNA is inferior to anybody in WWE. 8 and 9, Mets up top. Red's going to be on the bottom. Clarence with the Mets. We have Eric T with the Braves. Chance with the Phillies. Johnny with the Nationals. Chris J with the A's. David G with the Tigers and the Rangers and the Guardians and White Sox. Walter with the Yankees. Chris B with the Colorado Rockies and Blue Jays. Justin with the Twins, non-MLB. Christian H with the Orioles. Nick S with the Dodgers. Chris B with the Brewers. Dan S with the Diamondbacks. Brandon B with the Mariners. Jonathan T, Astros and Marlins. Peter T with the Cardinals. Floyd with the Pirates on a filler. Greg G with the Padres. James T with the Angels. Greg G with the Royals and the Rays. Furry Goat with the Red Sox. Kahlo with the Giants. Zach H with the Cubbies. And Julian with the Reds. Give you guys a minute to talk trades, and we'll hop on into this one shortly. Taylor didn't get the Rockies, not this time. Maybe next time. I don't think we're going to see any trades. I don't think we're going to see Taylor. I think he's out for the evening. This is a good Drew question. Have the Rockies ever not been a combo spot in a break? When we do the 30 spot. I don't know if Drew has that information. Maybe Taylor has that information. I think the Rockies have always been combo, except in some Bowmans. Oh, Tovar for a second there. Fair enough. Tovar was decent for a second.
Yeah, I mean, the Rockies won't be a
No, they won't be a combo in 25 Bowman, no. Definitely not. We have Bowman coming on up on May 5th. We'll be doing pretty much all Bowman on release day. Close to it. So Jeezy better get those sorting fingers ready. Yeah, Bowman for days. We might finally conform to industry norms and be madmen and do a paper spot in the PYTs. We might punt on shipping all paper except numbered stuff. Might finally do that. Every year, paper cards become worth less and less, so thinking about doing that for Bowman. Alright, we will kick it off with 23 Bowman Chrome. Nobody wants the paper. Some people do, but I think the majority of the people would be okay if we had it random. We have Julio on the iconic. Aqua. If I can get it off this card. Idon Sanchez, 16 of 125. Lejerina and Luis Angel Acuna. Mania was horrible, says Babe Reed. Shocked and thrilled, no Rockies. There he is. He's back. He back.
Get him out.
Get him out of here. Turang, our auto. Miguel Tamaris for the Tampa Bay Rays. Gutierrez and Isaac. How have the Mariners' Julio been? Julio's actually been cold, but the Mariners are... I think they might be the hottest team in the baseball right now. I think they've won 8 of their last 10. So I think they're actually one of the hotter teams in the league right now. Byron A. Colt Emerson, says Lions Den. Came to the league, Yoshida, Mija, and Christian Vaquero. Seager, Young, Trout, Gabriel Gonzalez, and Lizardo Montes. Big dumper out leading the league in home runs right now. Him and Soderstrom. See if that lasts. Something tells me it won't. Wander Franco. Jason Dominguez, prospect to 499, 89 to 499. Luciano and Merrill. Nice little J-Dom for the Yankees, going to Walter. Walter's, the Beards have been having a kind of a good night tonight. They want me to break on Sundays more often. Schmidt, Goldschmidt, Luisano Acuna, Zavala, and Tamar Johnson. Bibby, Wander. Gabriel Gonzalez is going to be on the Pink Shimmer 50199. Colson and Luis Torres. Red scored 24 runs today. That's what I heard.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have them in the 1700.
Any spots open tonight? We are all sold out for the night. If you want some breaks in our community, VGK, Very Good Cards, is breaking over on Hitman Rip's channel on Monday night. Our auto is going to be Luke Berryhill for the Astros, going to Jonathan T. But we're all sold out for the night. We have 2 breaks left after this. And it's been a long, long week for us, so I'm not going to be adding anything. I briefly thought about it, but I punted on the idea. Julio for the Mariners on the International, 87 of 499. Arroyo and Roman Anthony. So now we're just going to run the next 2 and... I don't know what that means, Matt. 46 of 150, Henry Davis on the Arizona Fall League, Mem. Very thick one right there. See if that fits in a 180 point.
It's very much a forgettable press.
Very forgettable Mania. Which sucks because it's seen as 17th, but still very forgettable. Joey Weimer, prospect process of Yazir Mercedes from Minnesota. Jorge and DePaula. Last pack of 23 right here, Volpe. Dominguez, Arizona Fall League, James Wood. All right, let's do, let's switch it up and do 23, we'll do 22 finest. Been talking about Cal Raleigh. See if we can't hit a Cal Raleigh rookie. Shohei has autos in this one for the Angels. This break is almost all mini box madness with the exception of tribute.
Surprise. Yeah, every time those big boxes, I'm pretty
Mania just didn't feel like Mania this year. This very paint by numbers. I just didn't like the format. I want to see backstage interviews. I want stuff to happen backstage. It's like it's a very well-ran company or something now. Nothing ever happens backstage. Aura of Excellence, Jose Ramirez. Randy Rosarina on the Vapor. 40 of 250. Contreras and Correa. Didn't feel like a SmackDown to me. Definitely felt like a pay-per-view. But
felt like a B-list.
it felt like WrestleMania was like the event and that the show itself was like an afterthought. Like everything around Mania was what actually mattered. Garrett Cole, Jacob Grominator, and Yadier Molina. He got a shooting star mixed up with a 450. I heard that. I think I said something. Bobby Witt rookie. Andrew Jones for the Braves is your first auto out going to Atlanta, and Eric T. Andrew Jones. Stott and Alec Thomas. I don't know, Taylor. I'm not exactly sure. They were kind of drifting that way in years that he was there. I don't know why they've gotten away from doing the backstage segments and interviews and stuff, but I miss it. Jeremy Pena, Trevor Rogers is going to be number 96 of 199. Miranda and Miguel Cabrera. The Travis Scott intro was so long.
Yeah, I think Rock needs to not be involved in the story, so he's not going to make appearances.
Super forced advertisements, I agree. Chris Bryant, Joey Votto, and Freddie Freeman. Do you think the announcers had WrestleMania patches on? That's a good question. Probably yes. Probably yes. Lou Bob and Mullins, Cornerstones, Jose Ramirez. Brandon Marsh and Vidal Brujan. Not much going on in that first mini box. Hopefully this one's a little bit better. Edward Cabrera. There's Aura of Excellence of Dustin Pedroia. Garrett Cole for the Yankees on the green lava. 23 of 99. Jordan and Pete Alonso. Did everyone in the audience have a WrestleMania patch on? I have my WrestleMania patch on right now. I'm wearing mine. Jaron Duran refractor, rookie for Boston, going to the Furry Goat. Soto for the Nats.
They're going to book Orton and Cena. 100%.
Orton and Cena and Backlash makes too much sense. Because the Backlash is in Missouri. St. Louis. Orton's probably not going to win. But they could book the match and give him a title match in his hometown. I think we might have an auto right there. Kevin Smith and Helio Ramos. Spencer Torkelson, rookie. He's been playing good this season. Finest rookies for the Yankees of Lewis Hill. Lewis Hill, refractor rookie. One of the Yankees and Walter. Breaker going to beat Cena for the title? I don't think so. Thoughts on Drew's entrance attire? It was for the movie Doom. Everything was like a tie-in. Everything had to be a tie-in. They did like the Clash of Clans thing last night. Everything had to be a tie-in, a corporate tie-in somehow. Shohei on the Cornerstones for the Angels. Rookie Shane Boz on the green speckle. That is 62 of 125. Yelich and Clayton Kershaw. I think in like 20 years when we go back and watch these Manias, all the advertisements are going to be like super cringeworthy, and we're going to be asking like, what were they doing? There's so much advertisements.
The ring is just littered with shit.
I think they're going to feel bad in 20 years when they go back to make these Hall of Fame packages and the ring is just filled with shit. And yeah. Shane Boz, Jose Abreu, and Brian De La Paz. Last pack, this box of finest was the Jerusalem Shits. Finest rookie variation, Julio Rodriguez. Tatis and Reed Detmers. And they're trying to get paid every possible way they can. High ticket sales, cost a ton of money to meet the wrestlers, corporate advertising, Vegas paying them. Yeah, Vegas paid them for that show.
They specifically wanted them for Easter.
Yeah. On Easter weekend. Let's go and do 23 finest. They're getting that Saudi money still.
Well, Saudi was a bit.
Yeah, I mean, when that contract's over, like they're out of Saudi. That's a 10-year contract, I think.
They're still in it because
No, they're still in it for a while.
Dana made deals with Saudi. They're all TKO.
I don't even think they had to pay to use the stadium. Maybe they did, or maybe Vegas paid for them.
No, Vegas pays. It's like the Super Bowl.
Vegas just tried to get more tourism.
Yeah. Because it's the lowest tourism that weekend. So.
WWE equals sellouts, kind of. Vladimir Guerrero, Logan Webb, Refractor, Jose Ramirez, and Rafael Devers.
They have to make money, but they have to figure out a different way to do it.
Everything is like so very just condensed down into what's the most efficient way of making money, and you can just see it. Kodai Senga rookie variations, Trout and Judge. Top 3 base. I don't know Pokey Beaches. That's like a very generalized question, and I'm just, after 5 straight days of streaming, I just don't have a good answer for you. We have an auto right here. We have a headliners of Bryce Harper. James Outman is your auto for the Dodgers, 79 of 150. Manny Machado and Conforto. What are my 11 favorite NBA shimmer pools? Yeah. Steve Nash Black Shimmer is on there. I'm just trying to think of some nasty baseball cards we pulled, and for memorabilia, I can't come up with. Oh, the Mike Trout. I know the number 1. It's the Dynasty, or the definitive frame 101 Mike Trout with the Angels logo in the card. That was the I think that was the nicest baseball relic we've ever pulled. We pulled the we pulled the bat knobs. 2 of them. Buster Posey was one, and the other one was it was for St. Louis. Was it Frisch? No. Roger Hornsby.
It was Hornsby.
Yep, that's going to be an expensive Jazz Chisholm, proving that combo spots can hit 54 of 199. That is going to be good for 900.
Here we go.
900 Jazz Chisholm. $900 Jazz Chisholm. That is on a filler. Congratulations, Jonathan T. Not on a filler. But still, $900 richer for Jonathan. Can we get some bounty emotes in the chat? Jonathan, I'll get with you tomorrow on your $900 bounty. Money, 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 money. There you go, combos. Combo spot hit a $900 bounty. Minor bounty will reset and is off for the remainder of the break. World's Finest, Will Smith for the Dodgers. Joey Votto and Seiya Suzuki to wrap up that mini box. Everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man. Ruiz, Francisco Alvarez, scared of that, whatever he's looking at. Austin Riley and Corbin Carroll, rookie. Funny seeing the Pacers and Bucks beef with each other. People say, stop it. But if they were goody two-shoes, they'd say there's no rivals. I missed most of the playoff basketball. We had it on TV, but we just weren't paying attention. Ryan Alvarez again and Zach Wheeler. Bucks suck, says Axis. Shohei, 153 of 300, Bregman. Your auto is going to be Alec Burleson for St. Louis, going to Peter T, and Logan. No, you're good. You're good, Pokey Beaches. You're good. Kuzma with the goose egg ×5. He did the Tony Snell. Boy was just out there running. He's just out there getting cardio in. Lennon Sosa, Tuglia, Refractor, Zach Wheeler, McClanahan, and Don't You Know Boba Shit. Mookie. Simeon Woods. Jordan Walker on the purple. 143 of 250. Fujinami and Waldachuk. Where's the best place to check prices? You're going to want to go to 130point.com. Got Cal Mitchell, Aranda, Beltray headliners, Bobby Witt Jr., and Tovar. 24 Bowman Chrome coming on up next, and then we have Tribute and Triple Threads. All right, we're going to kick off 24 Bowman Chrome with Chris Bryant. I think we have an Ascensions. Or Gladiators. Ronnie Mauricio, Gladiators of the Diamond short print. Going to the Mets. Mets in this break is Clarence. Roman Anthony. That's a super short print. Matt Olson, Kyle Manzardo, Baez, Jose Castro. You see something good to wake this break up. International, that is going to be Owen Cassie and Tyler Black. This is an odd number break, so it's going to Owen Cassie. Riku Nushida is going to be a refractor, 393 of 499. Brazban and Hurtado. Green, this might be an auto. It is our auto. It is a first. Good luck. That's not a good thing to say in this. Gabriel Laura, 38 of 99. Going to the Yankees. Walter. I don't know much about Gabriel Laura. So if somebody wants to hit me with a comp. Gabriel Laura to 99. Herrera and Giovanni Rodriguez. Wyatt Langford, Corey Seager. It came to the league. Max Clark, Mario Baez, and Shang-In Lin. Schneider and Leader International for the Mets. Francisco Alvarez, Diverson Gutierrez, Felon and Celestin, and Theron Lirizano. Andy Rodriguez, Royce Lewis, Shimmer, Wainer, Luciano for the Astros. Pasquiano Ferreras and Wainer Luciano again. Too tired to hit the button. Fair enough. It's been a long weekend for everybody. It's been a long one. Encarnacion Strand, Carson Williams, Asensio, and there's Jeter Martinez. Yankee prospects are just trade fodder. You're not wrong. Kyron Paris International, Pablo Guerrero, Vladdy Guerrero. This one's going to Texas on the left side. Kyle Teal and Blake Dunn. Backwards card right here. $15 on the bay. Got it. Thank you, guys. Will Bush is probably also a $15 auto. Will Bush for the Astros. Going to Jonathan. And Adriel Radney is 114 of 125. George's grandson. Fool me once, Bathora. Shame on you. But fool me twice. Strike 3. Will Bush for the Astros. The Bush is about $6. It's a pretty cheap Bush. My first Bowman, Manny Machado. Rincon and Angel Feliz. We still don't have any one-touches in this break. Baseball not good to us this weekend. Bichette and Manzardo International for the Dodgers. Lirizano and Vargas. Soler and Max Clark. Let's go ahead and do tribute, and then we will end with triple threads. Both of these products are over $800. Insanity. All right, we need a big box of tribute here. We're going to kick off with Sandy Koufax. And Roy Campanella. We're chasing after first autos of Roki Sasaki and definitely not anybody on the Astros. 28 of 75. That's going to be Zach DeZenzo. Going to the Astros. Astros Marlins having a good break. We're chasing after Barry Bonds autos. The Griffies have a dual auto in this product. We're chasing after tributes to Cleats and the Calling the Shot dual autos. That's typical tribute. Jackson Jobe is going to be our rookie. One rookie card per box. On the back, Schwarbs. Jackson Jobe for Detroit. He's one of the better rookies in the set. And your mem is going to be Corbin Carroll, 27 of 75. Going to Arizona, going to Dan S. Yes, Jackson Chode. Corbin Carroll and Jackson Jobe. Can I get a sad cat just because we need it? We'll probably sad cat our next auto. Remember when Corbin was washed and terrible? The internet experts told us he was washed and terrible. Lou Gehrig. Julio on the back. And your hit in the center. Buxton on the stamp of approval. 109 of 199. Going to Minnie. Going to Justin P. On your Byron Buxton. That's so crazy that those don't fit 130 points. Like they're doing more 155 point lately, which is strange. Did I ever tell you the Buxton story? You did not tell me your Buxton story. $60 on the Carroll, geez. There's Buxton. That's a lot more than I thought on that one. It's not for chat, so tell me tomorrow. Garrett Cole, 24 of 25 for the Yankees. And Skeens on the second year. Skeens probably worth a few bucks. Going to the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're looking for Skeens in the next box. There's a Skeensy. And our auto. Kobe Mayo, rookie for the Baltimore Orioles, 20 of 75. He's not bad, but only because they asked, I'll hit the sad squirrels. I'll hit the sad squirrels for you guys. We'd rather see like Gunnar or Adley or Cal Ripken or something than Kobe Mayo. Jackson Holiday. Do you think it's close to a one-touch? Kobe Mayo? Going to Christian H. Let me know if there's any comps on his stuff. I was under the assumption it'd be like a $30, $40, $50 auto. You can hit me with a comp. I know Kobe has upside. There's one listed for $350. That's silly. That one was numbered to 75. Mariano Rivera, the Sandman. Nolan Ryan. Probably. This guy's pretty good. Another Jackson, 34 of 199. Jackson Trio to 25, went for 160. Okay, we'll go back and one-touch it, sure. To 199, little second-year Jackson going to the Brewers, going to Chris B. We can go back and one-touch up the Kobe Mayo. I approve. This last pack is going to smack, or it's just going to be a really bad box. The 25 sold for $325. Definitely go back and one touch it. Seems like it's close enough. Best offer on that one was 160 Poke Beaches. You need to use a site like 130 point or Card Ladder. Otherwise, you're going to see fake comps. So they listed it for. That's not the best offer accepted. All right. Kobe Mayo to 75. Your first squirrels of the break. Chickens make mayonnaise. You're not wrong. All right. Last pack of Tribute right here. Need to see something nice. Jay Shung to 150. 8 of 150. On the back, Spencer Strider. Where do you get the sleeves for the one-touches? From Game Time International. Edgar, 101. Just a casual 101 Edgar Martinez for Seattle. No big deal. Wow. Seattle boy pulling a Seattle 101. I love it. Going to Brandon B. 1 of 1. Edgar Martinez. Uno de uno. We needed that. We needed that in this break. We needed something nice in this one. There we go. Top 10 Mariner. Definitely a top 10 Mariner. Well, because I thought it was going to be an Edgar to like 150, you know. I couldn't tell that that was the I think that's a black 101 from the checklist. I think the color is right there. Edgar Martinez, 1 of 1. Nice hit.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
I need a emote just for 101s. No big deal. Just a 101. Just an on-card Edgar 101 NBD. RGL buyer? Probably not. I have a lot of Edgar. Jace Young. And our final hit is going to be Freddie Freeman. 5 of 99. Not a buyer on that one. I have too much Edgar. I have too many PC cards. I'm going to be doing a PC consolidation this year. Just kind of like my PC has just gotten away from me. Fourth skunk, says Taylor. Red Sox always hitting triple threads. What are you talking about? All right. Triple threads to wrap it up. I don't think I have too many Jags. I don't have any Jags in my PC. How about a Wood 101? We're due. We haven't hit a Wood 101 this year for this product. We're going to kick off with a Logan Webb. This would be an awesome call, Drew. And Warren Spawn. On the back. How about a Paul Skeens rookie to 125. 68 of 125. Going to Floyd. And Manny Machado. Last Mariner IPC was Kelenic. Oh my gosh. I still have some of him. Skeensy to 125. Going to the Pirates. Floyd. Mark McGuire, the Big Mac. 25 of 36 game used bats. I see some cork in... No, I don't see any cork in there.
Oh, boy.
Probably smell the roids. Big Mac to 36. Nico Horner, 45 of 149. On the Nico. And your hit. Which way are we going? I think we're going this way. It's 8 of 9. Going this way. 8 of 9. A lot of Red Sox in this product. Nomar Garciaparra, 8 of 9. On the game used, mem. 313 average. There you go, Taylor. No skunk. Noma to 9. Throw that in a one-touch for you, brother. And we have one more mini box left. WWE coming on up next. I'll do the random, and JML's going to rip that one. And then I'll come back and close it out with a 3 a.m. white sparkle, or 2:30 a.m. white sparkle, whatever it's going to be. 8 of 9, Nomar Garciaparra. Lysol Nomar. Yeah, Yankee, New York guy loving some Nomar, right? We've got, that's going to be Nolan Jones. He's like, I'll take any hit. Jackson Merrill. Eddie Matthews, 44 of 125, and O'Neal Cruz. Eddie Matthews for the Braves. Mem. Austin Wells for the Yankees. Austin Wells at 19 of 25. 7 Yankees is Walter. Austin Wells. Gold, Spencer Strider, 90 of 99. Final card of the break is incoming. Your final card of the break. For the Reds, look for Ellie De La Cruz for Julian, our gold member. It's not Ellie. That's going to be Noevi Marte, 78 of 99 to wrap it up. 7 ribbies today. Sell this card immediately. Noevi Marte to 99 to end it. Yeah, tomorrow he's going to be called in for the random drug test. All right, let's take a look at the hits.
You'd miss the whole season if you got popped again.
Yeah, he got popped for 80 games last year. Noevi better than De La Cruz? No. Get out of here.
Was it 3? You're out?
Former Mariner, part of the Luis Castillo trade. All right. WWE with JML coming on up is our final WWE break of the week. After that break, we will run the duck race for the 11x17s. Still have to figure out how we're going to ship those. I haven't really thought about that yet. As
Oh, I thought you had a game plan for those, because...
no game plan for those as of right now. Might be making some custom shipping materials. How do you ship an 11x17 that's not rolled up? You hand it off to Mill Creek Sports Cards and say, do it for me.
Oh,
Nomar Garciaparra to 9. Edgar Martinez, 1 of 1. And Kobe Mayo to 75. And that's going to do it for the break.